Hey guys, welcome to this video. And in this video, I want to go over how to think why atheists are morally superior to religious people in certain ways. So there's this misconception out there that religious people somehow automatically hold the higher ground, especially in politics, where at least that's where I get this a lot from. Religious people say, I hold the Bible or I hold the Quran, and I say, because I have these two books, I am the moral superior. No, you're not. No, you're not. So let's break this down. So what is ethics? So you can either get ethics from a fictional book that was written a few hundreds to thousands of years ago that are outdated, or the zeitgeist of that time. I think zeitgeist is the thinking style of that period. So you can either get your morals from the zeitgeist of 1,000-year-old civilization, or as new information comes in, like news organizations, content creators, business owners, or scientists, or academics, or politicians, we can get our ethics. What is law? Law is secular. Like, laws are so complex. It is the idea of maximizing the use of resources to increase happiness, pleasure, and stuff like that, and contentment, security. So we got all these good things going on. So we have limited resources. Turning the limited resources into civilization development is where ethics comes from. To do civilization development, we have to prioritize freedom of speech, art, science, business, capitalism, and just helping people out too. Like healthcare, universal healthcare maybe. Like support for parents, support for children, support for people who fall through the cracks, quite literally. Like, for example, I happen to be too. So like, if you're lucky enough that you never had to experience these things in your life, good for you. Government should help people out who don't have the fortune that you had to have avoided all these life-threatening situations, like I have, and like a lot of other people have. Okay. So, ethics, in my opinion, is I have a very utilitarian point of view on ethics. It should be prioritized on improving material technology. So, what's material technology? It is science that combines with business to give us technological products. So medical products, iPhones, cars, houses, buildings, infrastructure, new materials, spaceships, satellites, universities. Not universities kind of overspend on research and development. So I just don't want to overdo it. So I like practical business technologies based on science is where I get my ethics from. To get that, you have to have a community where everyone is okay with doing business with everyone. You can't say, I'm just going to focus on science, because we're emotional and we have to cater to our emotional needs. We have to do science with the approval of the surrounding environment that we live in, our general population. So that's where I think community, organization, and involvement to organize and strike for to get to a place where we can do business together and say, hey, this is where we want technology to shift, and these are the people that we want to help, or these are the intelligent life forms that we want to help. I'm sure AI will make us all obsolete, but until we are still the most dominant intelligent life forms, we have the responsibility to act in an ethical manner to save this planet for the long term, to create renewable energy, and to help maximize or minimize pain. I keep saying maximize happiness and pleasure and stuff like that, or contentment. So much of our life is based on evolution of survival. We have to focus on reducing pain more than increasing happiness. That's just the way it is. This is what I figured out. If you focus too much on happiness, like our brains, we only live once. We make one mistake, we're dead. We make 100 happy life experiences, we're still alive. But we make one deathly mistake, we no longer exist. That's how evolution works. That's why we have to prioritize minimizing pain over focusing on happiness and these hoo-ha feelings. Okay, you can't do that. You have to focus on what is important. Important thing is reducing pain through science, technology, and business. Okay, so that's how this works. So that's where I get my ethics from. If you slow down and impede the process of medical technology, you are a murderer. So simple. If you're a religion who believes that we can't do science, stem cell research, or cloning, and we can't do this, and this science because these people whose lives on Earth don't matter because you believe your fictional God is going to say, hey, you can't I value intelligent life forms that are pre-existing. If there's an intelligent life form that is already existing, that's fully developed, not an embryo, but a fully developed life form that can feel and experience consciously pain, pleasure, happiness, experiences in life, emotions, connections, relationships, anything like that, you have to prioritize that entity. So to maximize happiness, you have to help people who are already in existence. That's my belief. So I believe that we have renewable energy. I think atheists are much more morally superior than religious people because we take care of this planet more than you do. You religious people have extremely short-term thinking when it comes to the longevity of this planet's life cycle. If religious people took over all the politics of how to govern this world will be on fire through climate change. We will have no water. All our fossil fuel will be polluting the airs. We will have no fresh air to breathe in, and this planet will go to shit. This planet will just perish. This planet will no longer be here. Because of smart atheists, or at least religious people who prioritize science over their fictional beliefs, we are able to maintain this earth the way it is, and hopefully we can get to a point where we can get super AGI that will take care of us, because humans are still just not intelligent to run this planet the way that it needs to be. Our job is to get AI to take over politics for us in a way that still helps us survive and nurture us and take care of us like pets. That's our goals. That's our ethics. And also another thing that I noticed about religion is a lot of, like, I've been a Christian for a long time, and also, took into consideration what different religious groups are doing, Muslims, Hindus, Buddhists, everything, Christians. Like, religious people are very kind of racist because like, when I go to churches, they're all Korean churches. When I go to black churches, they're mostly predominantly black people. When I go to white people churches, they're mostly predominantly white people. In geographical regions where there's demographic variety. In areas where there are multiracial ethnic groups, if you go to the religious buildings, they're all monoracial. It's like you go to a prison cell in federal, you commit a federal crime and go to prison, and all the prisoners are grouped based on race. That's what I see when I see religion. Religious people, see, they're good people, but they're very racist. They have very low empathy for cross-racial cultural barriers. That's why I think religious people, that's one of the evils that religions do. Also, religious people are extremely hypocrites. They say, oh, I value love, peace, and serenity. But then you go see to their countries and they're killing atheists, they're punishing them because they don't believe the same thing. It's like me saying, I don't like Christians, you don't deserve to live. And I torture you. That's literally what theists are doing to atheists in many of these countries. You don't, like religious people don't value freedom of speech. Like, religion is basically like communism. It's like fascism, basically. So that's my belief in religion. I think we should all have a more real physical sensation of where our moral principles come from. We can't just rely on fiction. We have to rely on logic. I know human beings are emotional. However, we have to focus on logic to help people grow and become better people, and to focus on science, technology, and entertainment growth, and ideas and culture value to create a civilization of intelligent beings. That's who we are going to be, and that's why I believe atheists are morally superior to theists in certain aspects. Theists do certain things well. They're very calm, forgiving. Like, most theists are very calm, forgiving, harmonizing, as long as you subscribe to their beliefs. They do charity work, but they reject homeless people who don't believe to their beliefs. So, like, do you really want to call someone as being a good person if they only help people that agree with them? Like, if you're homeless and say, oh, you don't believe what I believe, you can be homeless for the rest of your life. Like, seriously, if you want to help homeless people, help all homeless people equally. Don't say, oh, you're LGBTQ, you can't be helped here, go away. No, just help people. Okay? So different people have different ethics. I just want to leave it at that. I don't have too much opinion on the LGBTQ community. It's not my main thing. But, it is what it is. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. That's why I think atheists are morally superior to theists in certain ways. Theists are better at certain things, but it kind of cancels out because they do a lot of bad things too. So, I want to remove the notion that religious people are somewhat ethically good, because they do a lot of evil things. So religions are evil in many ways. That's my message of this video. Thank you for watching. See you guys next time.